Good morning. Just take a big breath in and reach it up. Oh, and shake the sleep away. 4, 5, 6. And let's make our circles. Hopefully everybody's feeling good this morning. 6. We're on the last time we're doing this workout, so we get to push it a little bit if we feel like it. Let's reach up and up. 8, 9, 10. And let's reach across with a twist. Rotate around your spine. 10, couple more. And let's take our arms back into lazy back strokes. And let's do our elbow curls, but let's do them a little bit different. So we're going to take our knuckles and put them on our forehead. So we're like this, fingers forward, and then try to curl your elbows in and push back. 5. Good job. 6. It's not easy squeezing your elbows together in this position. Let's do 2 more. And we'll take our arms out to the side, pull your shoulder blades together, make our little rotator cuff circles. Good, and flip it back. Now let's roll our arms in the shoulder socket. Let your arms come down naturally. Let your shoulders relax a little bit. Let your arms swing. 2, 3. Let's do some doubles. Double, squeeze, press. Squeeze and press. And one more, last set. Good. Let's look right and left. Let's go back to our neck. Hopefully nobody was sleeping on a funny last night. Each time I want you to look a little bit farther over your shoulder. So take your time with this. We'll do one more set. 1 and 2. Let's take ear down to shoulder. If it feels good to add a tiny little bit of traction, go for it. You don't have to, especially not the first few. But down to one side, down to the other, to one side. Okay, and then on your right, let's use your hand and gently press into your hand and push the opposite hand down towards the floor. So you have equal opposite pressure, pulling your head to your shoulder and your head into your hand. And bring it up. And we'll switch sides. We'll do it once on the other side. So your head is pressing into your hand. And your hand is pulling your head down. And your other arm is just pushing down so you're getting that stretch the side of your neck. And then let's come up. And let's do about 5 or 6. Follow your nose. It always nose. Down to the floor. And all the way up. Stretching out your neck. One more. All the way down. Bring your hands on your head. Press up into your hands. And release. And then come up. Okay. Hopefully everyone feels a wee bit looser. Even if you didn't think you need it, you should feel a little bit looser. Let's go back to our hips. And we'll pop them out side to side. You know, we've been doing, whoops, there's Coco. Let's make sure she stays in a corner of the room. Come on over here, Stevie. Here you go. And we'll go into hula hoops. We'll see where she ends up on the floor. I don't always have control over that. Settle down, good girl. And figure eights. And reverse. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a very different morning for me. Excuse me, there's a spider coming down from a light fixture. We're gonna move it out of my sight. If I can't see it, it's not real, right? Let's take our hands on our knees and circle it out. Let's go side to side. So shift from angling one way to angling the other way. One more set. Good. And then let's come up on our toes, rock back onto your heels, toe to heel. Toes may not come up very far. Woo, it's okay. Good. And then let's plant the ball of one foot and circle it out. And we'll switch sides. Find your balance on your right leg. Take your left leg straight out. Let's do our little ankle wiggles. So our first set this morning is every minute on the minute. We're going to go for 10 minutes, which is 5 rounds of both exercises. If you're pooping out towards the end, don't finish all the reps. Or if you have a clock, you can look at the time and figure out how much rest you need to be able to start again. Let's go the other side. Circle, sorry. Wiggles, not circles. But we're going to stick with the 10 lunges on both sides, which takes longer. We'll have a little bit of a rest. And then we'll go into, let's do some butt kicks. We're going to get our legs nice and warm for this. And then we have 10 squats, which go pretty fast. If you're feeling really good, you can add weight to all these moves. And if you're feeling like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do 5 sets, just listen to your body. And when we get to sets 3, 4, or 5, if you need more rest, take that rest. Okay, let's bring one knee up. And then the rest of the workout is pretty straightforward. Your legs nice and wide. Let's come into center, sink down into our shortstop position. Drop one shoulder, drop the other. Let's bring our hands down on the floor and sink down a little bit lower and just shift side to side. Let's do some bottoms up. Oh my goodness, that feels good. You can hold that for 3, 2, 1. Sink it down. Hold it up for 3, 2, 1. Let's do that 2 more times. Sink down as low as you can. Pop it up. 3, 2, 1. Last one. 3, 2, one. Take the tension out of your neck and shoulders. Bring your hands onto your knees and we'll roll it up. Okay, so getting ready to go into lunges. If you want to use weights, just make sure your body is not flopping forward. I'm going to do it without weights. And we'll start in 5 seconds. So I don't have trouble keeping track of what time it is on my clock. And let's go. So you can step it back if these feel weird. You can step it forward. 6, 7, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is 20 for me. Takes a little bit more than 30 seconds to get here. And shake your legs out. I am going to add a weight for squats, but we have 15 seconds till we get there. So if you want to join me, I'm going to be doing a goblet squat. If you don't want to use any weights at all, no judgment. So we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 squats. 2, weight stays back. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. Grab a drink. If your legs need a little stretch, give them a stretch. We have 30 seconds till we go again. So I never thought I'd see the day where I'd be kinesiotaping my dog, but it seems to be helping. I certainly never thought I'd see a day where I took my dog to an underwater treadmill, which is where she's going this afternoon. 3, 2, 1, we're gonna go reverse lunging, 10 on each side. It all seems to help, except she keeps chewing the tape off, which means we're going through a lot of tape. 12, 13, but if it works, it works, right? 15, keep lunging. 17, 18, 19, and 20. And when you're all done, shake it out. We have 20 seconds. If you're using a weight for your squats, you can grab it. We go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 10 squats. Sink it down and up, chest up, eyes up. Think about sinking those elbows right inside your knees if you're doing a goblet squat. And then put your weight down. We have 35 seconds. Butt kicks. Toe touch. My heart rate is up. Hopefully yours is too. It's not very intense, but it's a lot of work. So we go in 10 seconds. Back to our lunges for round 3. And let's hit it. Go back. 2. You don't have to race through these. If you can, make sure your knees are going down, not out to the side. Your toes are still pointing forward. And shake it out. 20 seconds till we get Another round of squats. Let your heart rate come down, catch your breath, grab a drink. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and hit it. Good. Oof. And about 30 seconds to rest and recover. Nice work. So if I haven't lost track, we have 2 more rounds to go. We can do it. We have 15 seconds till we start lunging again. One quick drink. Try not to step on the dog. And let's hit it. I'm going to go forwards this time. It feels different. Working your muscles slightly differently, but they're the same muscles. Sometimes it seems to take a very long time to count up to 20. Good job. 17, 18. If you're losing your balance, like I just did, it's okay to stop. If it doesn't feel right, stop and come back to it. You have the whole minute to work. We're going to go for round 4 squats in about 5 seconds. So feet wide, knees and toes going in the same direction, and hit it. 2, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful work. This is more than we usually do. We have 1 more set, 1 more round of both exercises, and then we call it a day on lunges and squats. I think that's plenty. Coco says so. She can't lunge or squat, so she thinks we're doing way too much to begin with. Oh. So last set, form is everything. If you're getting tired, don't try to go as deep. Nobody is, there's no lunge police here. Make them pretty and do the best you can. Let's go. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, getting there. And 4 more. You don't have to touch the ground. You can make it a genuflection. I think this is 19 and 20 for me. Check it out. And if you got through all of that, you are Superwoman. Grab your weights. Last round of squats. Whew, here we go. 10 more. Show up, do the work. Elbows inside your knees, chest up, eyes up. Use your glutes. And that's 10. That's a wrap. So let's do a couple of grapevines. Get your legs going in different directions. Let it sink in that if you did all that work with me, We did 100 lunges and 50 squats. Yeah, that's where my mind wanders when I have breaks between exercises. How much am I really doing? So good work. If your legs are tired, they've earned it. That's more than we usually do in a whole workout. We're doing multiple sets of exercises. Maybe we'll get to 30 or 40 repetitions, not 50 or 100. So good work. You're getting stronger. Okay, so our B's are bent over wide trap raises. We're going to give your legs a little break. And then we're going to get down on the floor and do our bear crawl cha-chas. If going forwards and backwards, I think it's really important to get the backwards. We can't only do backwards, but if you have room, you can make it a longer bear crawl. But I like the cha-cha. It's very, very self-contained. So let my legs chill out. So I'm going to move my bench into place. These are the Y raises where we're lifting up on a 45-degree angle using very light weight, or you can choose to use no weight depending on how you're feeling today. We're going to roll our shoulders back and down, push our shoulder blades down. If you're standing up, this is what it looks like. And it's really, you're working more from the shoulder to lift against gravity. When we bend over, we get those back muscles more engaged. So let's spine them, bend over into a nice athletic stance. Retract your shoulder blade, lift with a straight arm, lower and release. 2, we're gonna go for 15 today. 3, 4, 5, 8, nice. 9, good. 10, I'm seeing straighter arms today. I love it. 12, 13. It's a sign of a back that's getting stronger. It doesn't bother me. You can, I'm all done. I don't know if you're done, but I'm done. If you lift up to here, or if you're lifting up to here, the stronger your back is, the higher you can lift. But if you can get your arm up without bending at the elbow, you're golden. That's where we build from. So athletic stance, so your glutes are supporting you, not your low back. Let's retract that shoulder blade, lift, lower, and release. Retract, lift, release, retract, lift, lower. Retract, lift, lower, release. You're gonna get sick of hearing me say that. Lower, release, retract, lift, lower, release. That retraction is super important. 8, 9, make sure your shoulders aren't creeping up towards your ears. 10, 5 more. Woo. 4, release. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Oh. Let's do some arm swings. Nice, nice, nice work. So if you're doing that right, or maybe I should say if you're doing that wrong. No, if you're doing that right, you're not going to feel it in your low back. If you are letting the weight of your body rest on your spine, you are going to start feeling it in your low back. So that's why we sink into the athletic stance, stick that booty out, and make sure these muscles are turned on so that you don't have to turn on your lumbar spine muscles, or the muscles around your lumbar spine to support you. So onto the floor. Let me adjust my camera a wee bit. There we go. We did 8 bear crawls last week. Let's stick with that this time, okay? Because we got a lot of back, we've done a lot of legs. You want to lift, push into your toes, lift your knees up, and let's hit it. Back is staying nice and level. If I were to put a foam roller on your back, there'd be minimal movement, it wouldn't fall off. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hallelujah. Child's pose. Stretch your back. Let everything relax. Alrighty, let's come up and grab a drink of water, and we'll get set up for round 2. Okay, so let's get our light weight again. We go to 15. And actually, I'm going to do this one with just my fist to show you if you can keep the tension in your arm, you can get the same, well, not the same amount of work, but you can get the correct type of work. So if working with a weight is too much, use your fist and hold that tension. So let's retract, lift, lower, 2, 3, looks good. 8, 9. I have 3 more to make it to 15. If you're done, you're done. 2 and 1. Good work. And you can take your time, waltzing around to the other side. Find that athletic stance. Hips are holding you. Retract that shoulder blade. Lift, lower, release. Pull with your back. Don't let that elbow go slack if you can help it. If you're getting tired, put your weight down, use your fist. It really doesn't take much to get this muscle. In fact, bodybuilders will lift super heavy weights to get their hypertrophy, to make their muscles nice and big. But this particular muscle group, they'll use 3 pounds, they'll use 5 pounds. So if big, strong guys can do this with small weights to find those muscles, so can you. Last one. Up and down and rest. Okie dokie. You can swing your arms for a little bit. We don't have to go right into our bear crawls because we're holding a lot of tension across the shoulders with that move as well, right? So let's give it a little rest, whatever feels good. Take about 15 more seconds here. So if what we're emphasizing with that last move, the Y raises, is retraction, with the bear crawl, we're trying to stay in protraction. We're sliding those shoulder blades across your back and lifting that upper back up towards the ceiling, squeezing your armpits in. Let's set your toes into the floor, knees come up 1 inch. Let's go for 8 rounds of bear crawls, holding protraction. 2, 3. 6. 8. And when you're all done, wide knee, child's pose. Just let that back rest. Working hard today. You can shift your weight side to side. And let's take another minute and do some cat-cow or some tail wagging. You can hang out in child's pose. You can stretch back, let it thread the needle. You can do some hip rocking or hip circles. We'll get going in about 15 seconds. We'll do our last round of Y raises and bear crawls. Quick drink. Find your weight, find your bench. Get set up and let's hit it. Last round. Again, if you're getting tired, put the weight down. Focus on how you can use your back to lift your arm without bending at the elbow. And if you can't, that's okay. It's a strength that we'll keep working on building. So don't feel bad. You're getting stronger every time you try this. And if it feels too easy, next time we come back to this move, we'll start with whatever weight you're using now. See if we can go just a little bit heavier, challenge you a little differently. Or take away the support of the bench. And I'm talking last track. So I'm gonna do 6 more. 6, 5, 4, release, retract, and lift. 3, release, retract, and lift. 4. Good work, guys. I'm taking a longer time to walk around to the other side of the bench. Here we go. Okay, release that arm. Let's retract, lift, lower, release. 2, lower, release, retract. 3, lower, retract. 4, I like what I'm seeing when I peek up. I can't keep my neck in that position though. But every now and then I peek, you guys are looking good. I have 5 more. 5. Retract, lift, release, retract, lift, lower, release, retract, lift, lower, release. Let's hang out here for just 1 second. We'll take a break before we do our bear crawls and we'll do our pendulum swings. Make sure you're sitting back into your hips so your back isn't working right now. It's just your shoulder stretching. You can even put 1 foot up on something. Let your back relax, let your shoulders stretch. Go in both directions. Let's Over to the other side. Pendulum swings on side 2. Relax your back, relax your body, support it, and then let your arms swing. Okie dokie. So let's use your legs to support, lift yourself up. Weight goes down. Last set of cha-chas. Oh, tired shoulders. Kind of builds over the week, doesn't it? Okay. We're going for 8 rounds, protracting, pressing into the floor with your fingertips, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's 1. That's 2. 3. That's 4. That's 5. 6. 7. Last one. Oh, child's pose. Give yourself a nice break. It's good work. Good, 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 good work. So while you're here, you can pull your palm in, stretch out your wrists a little bit. Coco is snoring. It's going to be interesting to see if my microphone picks up those little snoring sounds. Oh boy. Good girl. So the workouts get harder in week 4. It's okay that they're getting harder. So tune in as we go through these months, as we go through today. I had a note written down that I should talk about positive self-talk because it is hard. What you're doing is hard. You don't change if you don't challenge yourself, and challenge is always going to be hard to some degree. Sometimes it won't be so hard, but it'll still be a challenge. Sometimes it'll be super hard. The way you talk to yourself through a workout makes a difference. And knowing it's okay to put a weight down, knowing it's okay to not do all the reps, knowing it's okay to push yourself and see how it feels. It doesn't mean you're going to get hurt, but knowing that you're consistent should be the best positive self-talk you have. Showing up and doing the work, even if you're feeling tired and can't do all the reps. Showing up is 90% of the battle. If you chose not to show up, you start losing all the gains that you made. So showing up and doing something. You guys are doing great. The form, I'm seeing you getting stronger. You're lifting with your arms straighter. You're holding those bear crawls with nice form for more and more reps. I couldn't be prouder as a coach. So we're going to go into our C's, which are more shoulder work. I have to give you this pep talk so you can talk to yourself through it, right? You can do this. You can choose to lift a lower weight. You can challenge yourself with a heavier weight. You can challenge yourself and do fewer reps with that heavier weight. But I'm going to stick with the same weights. I'm going to go for 12. Well, no, let's go for 14. We did 12 last week. We're going to do front and side raises. I've been doing workouts every day this week. My shoulders are tired, so I'm keeping my weights down. You listen to your body and how your shoulders are feeling after everything we've done. They're not big muscles, they get tired. And let's go. So I'm going to go for 7 of each move. So side raise to a front raise. 3, 6, 9, good, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. That's my bonus round. I was thinking about the difference between the straight arm raises and the elbow lead raises. And we'll talk about that when we come back to it in round 2. Let's keep one weight in your hand. We're going to keep lifting with that shoulder. We're going to go into our side lunge, do an overhead press. We're going to go for 8 on each side. 2, 4. Good. Chest up, eyes up. 5, 6. Oh yeah. Legs worked earlier. I can feel that too. 7. And that's 8. Again, depending on how your shoulders are feeling, you can use more weight or less weight. You can use more weight and challenge your legs more. Skip the overhead press. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And then, standing crunches. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. It's because I know my shoulders are toast from this week. It's called listening to your body. So we can take a few seconds here. Just check in with your neck. When your shoulders get tired, we tend to do this. Just make sure your neck hasn't gotten too crunchy as we've been working out. Shoulders are still moving. Okay, so we're going to start with our cross crunches. So one arm in a goalpost, one leg out, holding that bicep curl, holding that goalpost arm. Bring your elbow to your knee. So it's ribs to hips. 11, 12, we're going 15. You can do it. It's last week. 14, 15, fooled you. Sorry, no, I didn't tell you how many reps. Sorry about that. If you need to stop, you need to stop. I saw puzzled faces and I realized I didn't say a number. So here we go. Let's go for 15 on side 2. Hold that arm, hold that bicep curl. 3, 4. Focus on that crunch across your abs. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. And grab a drink. You guys get another 15, 20 seconds. Just want to say, when you're lifting straight arm, you're going to feel it more. You should, after what we've been doing, feel your back working to support your arm lift. If you've got your elbows bent, that's a-okay. You're lifting up. You're isolating a lot more of the deltoid on the top of your shoulder. And it's okay to mix them up and do both as you increase your weights to get stronger. So if you do elbows up, hands, arms, shoulders, elbows are all parallel. So we're not doing anything funky like this. You want to lift your arm in a plane. And let's hit it. 1, 2. Oops, we're doing front ones too. Sorry about that. 3. And your arms only need to come up to shoulder height. Sometimes cameras don't show things. It depends on how they're angled. So if your arms are coming up above your shoulders, you're going up way too high. Or a little bit too high, depending on how far above your shoulders you're going. So we'll take 15 seconds here. We got this. It's only 8 o'clock. We could do a lot in 15 minutes. It's kind of maybe that's a scary thought right now. Okay. Let's go into our side lunge, bicep curl and press. Side lunge, bicep curl and press for 2. Looks good. This is an old favorite of mine. 4, 5, push off that leg. 6, 7, and 8. Nice. Going the other way. Sink it down. Press it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. We're going to go into a set of oblique crunches, but we're going to do to the outsides of our body. So instead of crossing, we're going to be on the same side. So if I had a wall in front of me and a wall in back of me, my knee is going up to the side, and I'm bending my body into a side bend to bring my elbow down. So let's start arm up, leg out. This arm is out for balance and crunch. 2, 3, 4. Bonus points. 5, if you can do it without touching down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, I know you guys know I'm never challenged, counting challenged. Every now and then I have to prove to myself I can count past 10. I count to 10 all day long. It's nice to mix up the numbers. Let's go to side 2. Arm up, other arm out for balance, and see if you can balance on this side also. 2, 3, have fun with it. 4, 5, perfectly okay to tap down. 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, good job. 14, 15, I think we have tired shoulders. Think we can get through this one more time? I think we can. Let's take about a minute, and then we'll blitz through. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll be just about done. Just about. Drink time. It's not quite a minute, but I'm feeling like I'm watching the clock and we need to get going. If you want to go lighter, go lighter. If you don't want to do 14 reps, don't do 14 reps. But here we go. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, halfway to freedom. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, let's roll our shoulders. And do some side stretching. 6. Last set. Okay, let's put one weight down. We'll go right into our lunges. So sink it down, pop it up. Last set, if you want to add a balance challenge, try bringing one knee up. And that's 8 on one side. We'll see if we can do it on the other side too. That's, woo, one. Take your time, find your balance. Last two. For our last bit of standing ab work, that's no weights or two very light weights. We're going to hold this goalpost position. After all the shoulder work we've done, it's hard to hold your shoulders up. Our legs are going to be marching. Our upper body is rotating, but not from the hips. So we're not doing the can and twisting. We're holding everything straight in front. Upper body is rotating. Exhale as you twist. Put the weights down if you need to. Put your arms down if you need to. Let's do one more set. And weights down. Nice work. Let's take your hands behind your back. Pull your arms down, clasp your hands, pull your hands down, and lift them up. Then we'll take our feet nice and wide. Oh, and fold forward. Let your arms dangle down, hold on to your elbows, let your back stretch and release. If it feels better to put your elbows on your knees, do that. Give your back the stretch or the release that it needs. And let's work our hands over to one ankle. Stretching through the sides. Oh, and bring your hands down, bring your knees down. The last little bit of work has always been a plank. Today, it's no different, but I'm going to leave it optional what you do. You can make it a fancy plank, or you can go around the world. I think let's just try to hold the plank for a minute, and then we'll just go into a nice long stretch. So wrists or elbows, stretch it back, focus on your form, notice what your body is feeling, and we're going to hold for a minute. If you want, you can lift your legs up. You can do a shoulder tap. You can play around with it. But we're going to stay here for a minute. And if you're really not feeling it, come into child's pose and wait for us to finish the minute. Yep, lift your feet, check that the abs are there. Tap your shoulders, see how stable your core is feeling. You can do shrugs, protract and retract, although it probably doesn't feel good for most of us right now after doing so much shoulder work. We can twist and get a little stretch in our plank this way, but we're still holding that plank. We have 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, sink back into child's pose. Five big breaths here. Three, excuse me, I need a drink. And when you've done 5 breaths, stay in child's pose. Slide one arm under and thread the needle. Stretch across your back. We're just going to hold it. Our shoulders worked so hard today. Give them a nice big stretch. Here we go. And let's come on the floor. Tuck our knees up in fetal position. We'll start with this stretch. Use your bottom hand to stack your knees and hold them in place. The top arm, let's do a windmill around our head, or a halo, an arc, whatever you want to call it. Tracing an arch around our head. And pull with your back muscles. And stretch through your chest muscles. And try to bring that shoulder down to the floor. Mine is not even close. And if yours is not, we're going to take our hands straight across and repeat this. So it becomes a dynamic stretch until those muscles start to release and get to where we want them to be. Oh, and my back is popping like crazy. It's getting better. Each time you should be getting a little bit closer. If you're not, it's okay to just hang out here and see if gravity will help your shoulder open up and your chest muscle stretch. Oh, take some big deep breaths. Let those obliques relax. Let the chest open up, the shoulder relax. You can make some wrist circles with your fists. And let's lift that top leg up. Shift your weight onto your back. Bring your feet nice and wide. And we'll do some windshield wipers and a little bit of hip stretching before we do that same stretch on side two. Okay. And let's cross your left ankle over your right. Let's butterfly that left knee towards you and away from you. No hands required. And let's twist down to the right, keeping your hip nice and open. Bring it up, slide your knee over, left knee over your right knee, and hug both legs in. Let your back relax and flatten into the floor. If it feels good to stretch that left hip a little bit more, you can tip to the right. You don't have to go all the way over unless you want to, but find a spot where you get a really good stretch. Just hang out there and enjoy it. And while we're here, we can circle our ankles, get those pops and cracks out. Like an overachiever. We can even multitask while we're stretching. Then come back to center and we'll switch sides. So let's put our right ankle over our left knee. We'll do our little butterfly. And let's twist down to the left, keeping that right hip nice and open. Come on up and we'll slide our right knee over our left knee and hug both legs in. And we're just about at 8:15, so if you guys need to leave, I understand. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take a couple of minutes and finish stretching. And then tip a little bit to the left. Let that right hip stretch, release, relax, breathe. Pat yourself on the back that you did it. Hopefully you had nice positive self-talk. I think I can, I think I can. I did. You did it. Okay. Let's come back to center and we'll finish with that one stretch in the fetal position, open book. Opening through the chest and shoulder. And again, you can make it dynamic in either open book or I guess we traced the arch last time. I don't have enough room to do that very well in this position because I have a dog at my feet. And again, I think I put this in my email. I'm going to be off next week. So our October workouts start on the 11th. And I will see you then. Have a wonderful time.